Hello everyone and welcome to this pick a card reading. Today we're going to be doing a reading on whether you should wait or move on. I definitely know that this is something that I've needed for myself too at some points down the line, and sometimes you really can't tell the person's intentions, so let's check whether they're being authentic or not. So our first choice is this little bracelet with flowers that are colorful. Our second choice is like this swirly metal ring. And then the next one is this, like, I don't know, pomegranate seed looking bracelet. So let's get started, pick a pile and see if it resonates. If not, always feel free to change your pile and maybe see if that works a little bit better. Let's get started. So hello pile one. So the card that you got with your bracelet was Judgment. So let me shuffle a little bit more and see what comes out along with it. Devil in reverse. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Actually, let me keep these for now. So, there is a certain level of justice that you feel like you've gotten out of this situation recently. There may have been some addictive patterns that you felt were keeping you tied to this person, and in a way you felt like you were losing your wisdom by being around them. Like the situation was kind of so confusing and so weird, for lack of a better term, that you felt like you were kind of at your wit's end trying to figure out like what they were doing or what they were up to. And there was this third person there, wasn't there? And they took a situation that was already really complicated to this other, like, one extra level, and it kind of made you even more confused and made you feel like you're playing even bigger mind games than you were before. And yet, not a lot of people could tell that this was going on with you. You're keeping yourself together pretty well for the most part. You didn't really talk about it much. Maybe a part of you was embarrassed that you were feeling this way. You didn't really even let this person know that you were kind of stuck in trying to decipher them. And yet, something clicked in their head, and they figured it out. They figured out that something was bugging you. They figured out that, I'm getting the feeling that this was sort of a work situation. Maybe you were worried about somebody they were doing a project with or were working with. Actually, that's exactly what I'm feeling. And you were kind of worried that there was a little bit more between this person and your significant other. And they kind of figured it out. And I think if they haven't explained it to you yet, then it's coming. So if that resonates, I think that what you're going to experience pretty soon is like an end to those mind games and a much clearer picture of what their true intentions are. Now, let me get a few more cards here, just so we can... Yeah, they're definitely waiting for something. They're waiting for something, and I feel like because there's so many pentacles here, it's kind of a work thing that they're waiting on. And in a way, your energy is mirrored here with your person. You have to be patient and trusting of them as they are building themselves up for the future, because the way that I see it is they feel like they want to be able to provide for you, and until this project has seen the light, they're going to feel like they haven't necessarily justified themselves enough in order to come to you and to offer deeper commitment. Although I do feel like you and this person are already kind of deeply committed already. It just hasn't been spoken out loud, and what you're gonna be waiting is that like loud confirmation that yes, I do want this. However, they're very stuck on work. I do see that. It's not that I don't, it's just that they are doing this for a reason that's bigger than work. They're doing this for you, for their legacy, for the ability to build a bright future for their family. It's not just themselves that's on their mind. And like if you look at these cards and you combine them together, you're kind of in the same landscape, you're kind of in the same area, in the same, you're thinking about life the same way. So I would say yes, you should wait a little bit longer. Of course, the cards can be a little bit misleading. They're not necessarily saying that, you know, the happy ending is forever. However, I do feel like if you're waiting for a deeper level of commitment, then it is coming for you. Thank you for watching this video, Pile One. Please like and subscribe if it was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Hello, Pile Two. You chose the metal ring and the King of Cups. Now, I'm going to shuffle a little bit more because I do want to figure out whether this is you or them. And getting a few more cards will help me get a clearer view of who's who. Have you been trying to open this person up for a while? That's what I'm getting here. You've kind of been trying to manifest their, ow, sorry about that. I have to bend down and pick something up. You've kind of been trying to manifest their healing. However, I feel like you're really, really good and successful at manifesting literally everything in your life, except for maybe being able to fix this person. And is it possible? Well, they have to want to change, right? Like, you can't just change somebody who's not willing to open up, because You know, everybody has gone through their own kind of trauma. Everybody knows themselves on a certain level, and if they aren't allowing for that space for you to open them up, then sometimes they do know better. That's kind of what I've told myself throughout all the relationships, whether romantic or non-romantic, that I've been in, is that like I always thought that I knew better than them, and then it turned out that I didn't. And then I kind of tried fixing them, and then it didn't really work. We kind of both ended up in the dark on our ass, for lack of a better term. And what's interesting is that the cards don't really want to say much more. Like, they're kind of quiet. It's like they're trying to avoid making you upset, I suppose. Because it feels like if you stick with this, you're just going to end up feeling lonely. And if you look for a better start, then you're gonna end up with much more than you would if you were to wait for this person to change their mind. It's not necessarily that they're like this, it's just that they've been through a lot and they don't really know if they have much to offer to you. Therefore, why should they open up if the only thing they're gonna have for you is negativity? That's not fair to you. They might like you or love you even, but they want to see you with someone who can make you happier, and at this point, that's not them. And if anything, they know that with their current mindset and their current perspective, they're only going to end up hurting you, and they don't want that. In fact, they're probably being very wise right now by keeping you away from all that. I know it doesn't feel like it, but they are. And so the answer to your question of whether you should wait or move on, I feel like the cards and the universe is saying that at some point, things are gonna change so drastically that the answer will be so clear that you won't even need to make a second thought about it. So right now, everything just feels so slow and kind of weird and confusing, and like you're really needing to like overanalyze their thoughts and every message or everything they say, but the cards don't want to necessarily give you the answer because they think that you know, and they think that something, more like they know that something in your life is going to come to you that will show you exactly what decision needs to be made in order for you to be at your happiest. So I think this is the one pile where I will say that you need to wait a little bit to get an answer to that. And I think deep inside you know that as well. However, I will say that this person really likes / loves you, depending on whether it's a new situation or not. they truly admire you. However, they just don't feel like they have enough to offer to match up to you. And they want to be with you. They just feel like they can't change right now. And whether you want to stick it out with them and attempt to change the way they perceive things, or whether you want to chase other things in life or potentially meet somebody new, luck is on your side. And whatever decision you make, as long as it's from a good place in your heart, it's going to work out for the better. So that's all I can really say. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Bye. Hello, pile 3. You chose the red bracelet that reminds me of pomegranate seeds. And the card that you got was the Ace of Cups. Off to a great start. I think that's the best one I've gotten so far out of all the piles. We have the Two of Pentacles. Something's coming for you. Something's coming for you, and it's going to be so big and so unexpected that you're going to feel like you're so confused that you've put your entire life on hold to figure out like how exactly this happened. You know, when like you're really in love and nothing seems to matter anymore. I'm that kind of person, and I hate it when that happens. And I think a part of me doesn't like being in relationships because I get so consumed with that person. This thing is gonna tint your world into like the rosiest shape possible. Like this person that you have your eye on has probably been very quiet. Like they've kind of been making you feel like they're gonna break your heart because they don't talk much. Maybe it's like kind of a new connection. Maybe you're not necessarily sure if they've even noticed you. Maybe they're just like a very grounded, stay inside sort of person. Like maybe introverted. But what they have to offer is huge. Now you may be feeling a little bit heartbroken because you're just like, I feel like they don't care. But the truth is, you don't really know them that well. This is the kind of person that you can't assume anything about, you know? They have noticed you and they want to talk to you. It's just that they're working, and they're working really hard. Very career-oriented in a way. They want to be on top of the world, and they kind of even feel like until they are, nothing in their life is going to work. They feel like until they are on top of the world, nothing they offer is going to be good enough for anyone. There's some major, I feel like, pride/ego issues inside of them. They're just like very dependent on their career to make them feel like they're worthy. And sometimes that makes them quieter, and it makes them very introspective, and that makes them seem very aloof and too cool to speak about emotions. Some people are naturally like that, though. I feel like this person may have like major Aquarius like placements, but some people are like that. Some people just genuinely, hold on. Some people just genuinely don't have a lot to say, but this person does. And in fact, they can offer you the world if you give them a chance. Will them approaching you take a while? Not at all. It's coming. It's coming. And it's coming at the speed of sound, really. So just make sure you don't stop your manifestation by overanalyzing everything that they do, because I'm telling you, you don't know enough about this person to know what they're thinking, and they do think about you. It's just that they think about so many other things, because I kind of feel like the responsibility of the world is on their shoulders. So my advice here is to be patient and watch your manifestations unfold. Why did I pronounce it like that? Because if you don't, they're just gonna pass you by. Like, look at how much is coming to you. And if you look any other way, it's just gonna fly by just like that. The thing with manifestations is that not only do you have to be in a specific mindset to manifest things, but you also have to be in a specific mindset to accept those manifestations when they do come to you. And sometimes that's not the easiest thing to do. Ouch, the entire deck fell out. But we do have these two cards that stuck around. Keep a close eye on who else approaches you and how they speak to you, because there might be even more potential suitors that you don't really notice. However, I feel like the definitive answer here is that you will get an offer, and it's going to be much quicker than what you expected, and it's actually going to be quite beautiful. So maybe just wait a little and see how it pans out, because all I see is potential positivity. I hope this reading was helpful, and thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed my video. Bye.